Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your host, Broadway K, here with my partner in crime,
Showtime Sanders.
And this is the Jay and Kay show where you get it all day, but for only 2 hours. What's up?
Hey, everyone. It's a ugly day today. Make sure everybody is drive safe. It is raining cats and dogs out there. I just want you guys to know that.
Noah's Ark is outside.
It is Noah's Ark. It really though. Like, I have no umbrella. So if anybody anybody got a spare umbrella or something like that, help a brother out, because I'm not trying to be drenched out there. It is raining really bad. But anyways, how was your day yesterday, Kay?
I had a horrible day.
If you notice, there's always a trend, man. Which is why when he had a really good day, I was like, oh, that's just shocking. You had a good weekend. What's so bad about your day?
Well, we lost yesterday. We blew like a 15-point lead and lost. The game was kind of fake, though. I'm not really worried about how we played. They were just making every shot. That's not going to happen again.
I saw a little thing on ESPN. I was saying that y'all might trade was it Whitehead?
Whiteside. No, that's not going to happen.
I saw them. They were talking trade talks, and they were saying they might trade him.
One thing about the NBA is the NBA likes to lie.
Just like the whole KD going to Golden State.
They've said KD is going to like 7 different teams.
Yeah, I heard LA, I've heard Washington, I've heard Golden State now. Like, it just seems like to me, when there's a bunch of choice, that means nobody knows really.
Yeah, it's not. I think people are just, the reason why people are saying that is because Whiteside is going to get a max deal. Like, he's leading the league in blocks. He has more blocks than some teams have right now. But his contract is up this year, so they just speculating like, oh, we don't want to lose him for nothing. But if you watch his Snapchat stories and everything, you know that he wants to play for the Miami Heat. So.
Hey, well, that's always good to know. Now, I have one of my homeboys just walk in, Cody. Say hello, Cody.
Hey.
Cody's once again a teammate of mine. Now, once again, it's Black History Month still. So tell me, Cody, what do you know about Black History Month?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
I am white.
What does that mean? You know Black History Month isn't for us, right?
I told you I know nothing, so enlighten me, Sanders.
No, I'm just saying. That's what I'm telling you right now. One, Black History Month really isn't for us. It's to educate everyone, including white people. Just because let's be realistic here. Your kids, when you have kids, are they really going to know what happened in the 60s?
They better. I'm taking them out of that school.
But how are they going to know? Because I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school, the only time I learned about any kind of civil rights movement or anything like that was in February. I never learned it any other time.
Facts.
So, if you don't have it, then it's like nobody's going to understand where racism came from. They're not going to know about slavery. They're not going to know about the civil rights movement and all the great stuff that happened and the people that stood up for their rights.
Yeah.
So, I understand you don't know anything because there's a lot of people actually that don't, which kind of is like, all right, what was the point of Black History Month? Because honestly, that's the only point, is to educate people and, to pay homage to people that did it. So like I said, I'm not attacking you. I'm just, saying that.
Back home, we kind of like stuck with the timeline. It was like the same thing every year. It was like the very beginning of the year, like you'd start the pyramids and then by the end of the year, you'd be the 1950s, 1960s.
What we did was, this is what they did at my school, which was really cool. They there was like a jar and there was a bunch of names in there, like a bunch of civil rights movements and stuff like that, and you had to pick it out. And if you picked the name or whatever, you had to do as much research as you can on this person, and then you had to basically become them in a way. Like, you had to play like you were them, and then you have to say like the stuff that you did. Why are you even in this list and stuff like that? And it taught me a lot about whoever it is that I ended up picking. So that was really cool. Now, this is for both of you guys. Do you know why Black History Month is in February?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, first it was Negro History Week, and the reason why they picked February was because Abraham Lincoln's birthday and Frederick Douglass' birthday were 2 days apart. I think Abraham Lincoln's is like on February 12th, and Frederick Douglass is on the 14th. So they was like, okay, we're just gonna call this. They're two big Black historians. Well, they have to do a Black history. So let's dedicate the week to them. And then eventually it's like, all right, a week ain't enough, and then they changed it to a month. So that's why Black History Month is on February.
How tall was Abraham Lincoln?
I don't know. I think it was just the hat.
I think he might have been 7 feet.
I think the hat just might have made him seem that tall.
It was NBA back then. So
all right, so my Black historian for today is a woman. Now, everyone, once again, I'm going to ask you guys another question. I know you're not going to know. Who is the first millionaire? Who's the first female millionaire?
This seems pretty obvious. Is it not obvious?
I mean, once you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh.
Is it somebody from like long time ago, or is it?
It's the 1900s.
Madam C.J. Walker?
Woo! Ding, 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 ding.
I told you I eat chickens.
I was nowhere close.
Yeah, Madam C.J. Walker, her real name is Sarah Breedlove. All right, she was an entrepreneur.
And her last name is Breedlove, and she was a millionaire?
Breedlove.
Oh, that's still.
Yeah.
Breedlove? She a millionaire? That's crazy.
And they call her Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker is a millionaire, and guess what she sold? It's kind of should be obvious, you know, not to be sexist about it or anything
Black
like that,
woman,
but it's a black woman. You should be honest what she sold. Hair products.
Weave, lady.
She sold hair products.
Weave, lady.
Now, so I mean, hey, look, it's a smart hustle. So she's the first female millionaire. So this is not just black women. This is women in general. So she's the first millionaire, and it's, when you think about it, it's like, dang, she's smart. She sold hair products. Like, come on, son, that's an easy hustle right there. So you know, she was.
I wonder what girls' hair was looking like before the pink lotion and all that came out.
Really though, like that's a fact.
Just like us.
That's a fact.
I got good hair, but.
This guy. But nah, like, you know, that's definitely like really cool because to think that once she was a millionaire in like the early 1900s is absolutely ridiculous.
That's stupid because that's like a billionaire.
Yeah, that's like literally a billionaire. That's like Oprah.
That's when gas
back then
was probably like 40 cents.
Yeah, so you definitely got to pay respect to somebody like that, to somebody that's like money hungry like that. You know, just like, you know what? I'm gonna sell this, and nobody took it. It's not like a white person took their ideas or anything like that. She was like, nah, I'm gonna sell this joint and I'm gonna make bread. Now you got to know, white people clearly was buying it because she was a millionaire. I don't believe all black people was just buying it. So you know, the fact that she got everybody to buy into her product at that time just shows how magnificent, how smart she was as an entrepreneur. So you know, if any females don't have Nicki Minaj as your you know role model or anything like that, read about Madam C.J. Walker. You'll learn a lot.
And her last name says it all. Breedlove. She loves bread.
I don't know. It might be Breedlove. I don't know how to. It might be that. Who knows?
No, it's Breedlove.
he just wants it to be that now, so it makes him feel better.
I'm going to change my name to Breedlove.
You gonna change the name to K Breedlove?
No. It's gonna be like a hyphenated thing.
Oh, hyphen. So you're randomly gonna get married to Madam C.J. Walker? You know, you could probably find to see if her kid, like, if her name is somewhere around. You know, there might be a Breedlove somewhere around there in this world.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I feel you. Now, what have you learned, Cody?
I learned that the first female millionaire's last name is Breedlove.
Okay. Anything else, Cody?
No.
I just told you why Black History Month was on February, and you telling me that just went straight through your ears?
Nah. The reason why it's in February is for Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln's birthdays.
We gonna teach you something tonight, man. We're actually gonna have Cody. Cody's from West Virginia for the people that are just tuning in, and he is a extreme redneck. And we're gonna have a redneck competition one day. It's gonna be him and two. It's gonna be him and two other people I know. And Dear Grace is gonna have a competition, and the winner is gonna get a black card.
And I'm just saying I'm about to come in dead last because they are more redneck.
He's
than
probably no. It's not. The thing is, it's a redneck competition, but it's not to see who's more redneck. It's gonna be who knows pop culture more than the other. And I think Brooks is gonna win, to be completely honest. But regardless, it's gonna be y'all. And the winner gets a black card. You get to be black for a day.
Well, Brooks is the dude that has an Alan Jackson CD and then plays Drake right afterwards.
Exactly. That's my point. Like he's hip towards both. He's extreme redneck, but he's definitely hip to like pop culture. Yeah. He's definitely more versatile than you expect.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, the dude plays 7 instruments.
He plays 7 instruments?
Yeah.
All right, I got to talk to him. He's a mechanical engineer major. What?
Yeah.
If you talk to this dude Brooks K, this guy, like honestly, you wouldn't expect him to be like a mechanical engineer major. You expect him to be like majoring in hunting and farming.
His first sentence to me, the first time I ever met him, he didn't say, "Hi, how you doing? My name's Jacob Brooks." No, this dude looks me dead in the eye. I was like, "Hey, I heard you was a redneck too. Listen, I killed me a possum about this big."
Yeah,
like,
he really
that's his first sentence.
Yeah, he's definitely an extra human being. But anyway, so we're about to go to break real quick. But let me tell you guys what's ready for the show. All right, we're gonna have our Jay and Kay relationship segment. Cody's gonna chime in a little bit if he can, because Cody sometimes fake when he gets on there. But I'm thinking about having him on there. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna have a relationship segment. Then we're gonna have a couple topics some interesting topics that, I think will incite a lot of brains. All right. Now, you can call us in at 1-866-890-0909. Call us over break if you want a music request. If you hear me on air, do not call unless you want to chime in on what we're talking about, because I will put you on air. And if you ask me for a music request, I'm going to make you have our conversation with us anyways. So,
and we're not going to give you the music.
And we're not going to play the music that you asked. So let me stop playing. We'll still think about playing it. But anyway. Probably not. But anyways, like I said, we'll be back, everyone. This is Party People by Derek Minor. Y'all enjoy.
Airwaves. Our generation. 90.9 The Light.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Jay and Kay Show, where you get it all day, but for only 2 hours. I'm your host, Broadway K, the living legend, here with my partner in crime,
Showtime Sanders. What's up, everyone?
And we're back again. Our most interesting segment, which is always what? Relationships.
Whoop, whoop. Now, we ain't got no girls up in here today, unfortunately. Womp. I wish you could have like the little sound of womp, womp, womp to make, because we normally always have beautiful girls up here, but don't worry, they are going to eventually be coming. It's just, we're a little slow right now. We got to transition into...
It's raining,
Yeah, it's really, girls don't like to go out in the rain.
They're watching Netflix,
They're definitely Netflix and chilling by themselves, so that's exactly how that's going. But anyways, we still got Cody out here. But like I said, we're going to have a relationship segment, so enjoy. We're going to, and for the people that haven't, I guess, heard it yet, what we do is we have people email us or Facebook us or on Twitter at the Jay and Kay Show, JAYNKAY, and you just like direct message us some questions and we'll answer them to the best of our abilities, and we'll try to be as un-PC as possible. Isn't that right, Kay?
See.
All right, now this one is a pretty simple question. It's not even like I don't even know if this person was serious when they wrote it, but this is from Seawood21. All right, pause on the name anyways, but regardless, the question was serious question: would you rather have a girl fall asleep when you guys are texting back and forth, or would you rather she tell you that she's going to bed? I'll let you answer it first, Cody.
Well, I'm the type of dude I fall asleep while I'm texting you.
Oh, you the female?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. All right.
I'm the kind of dude that falls asleep while texting you, so, yeah.
What about you, Kay?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, just when you wake up, text me like, "Oh, I fell asleep."
Yeah.
I guess I would rather you say I'm about to go to sleep.
I mean, I honestly don't care.
Doesn't really matter.
The only way it really matters, we was talking about something extremely interesting, and like
then you fall asleep.
We
like
mad at each other or something.
Yeah, or we mad at each other. Yeah, either or. That's the only way I would honestly care. If it's like one of those we just talking about literally anything, and you go to sleep, I'm not gonna care because I'm gonna be like, oh, she went to sleep. All right, time for me to go to sleep, or I'm just gonna watch a movie or something. But if we like talking about something extremely important, and you just randomly go to sleep, I'm gonna be like, Slim, this clearly was just important to me. Like, you could at least let me know. Like, dang, girl, what's wrong with you?
Dang, girl.
But anyways, Seawood21 is not that serious. You'll be fine, okay? All right. Now, this is from a guy named Matt. All right. Anyone know a good way to ask my girlfriend's parents to marry their daughter? They live about an hour away, so I can't think of a good way to get over there without it being obvious to them and to my girlfriend. I can do it a day my girlfriend is working, but I can't think of a reason why I would be there besides asking to marry her. Anyone have suggestions? Also, anyone have any good ideas on the best time to buy a ring?
Well, I would, buy the ring after the dad says yes.
Well, I'll put it like this: I will make payments because rings are expensive unless you caking.
Get a ring pop, man.
Like you gonna have to like put a down payment on it anyways, and even if he doesn't give you his blessing right then, that doesn't mean he's not gonna eventually give it to you later. So like I still would probably put that down. If you like really want to marry this girl, I say make a deposit the day that you sit there and say I want to marry her, and just
that's 100.
Yeah.
And then just actually work your way into asking him. Now the first question is tricky. You say he lives an hour away. In my opinion, that's not that far. Like I understand if it was like 4 or 5 hours, but an hour you can come up with some excuses. Like some,
I don't even see the need for excuses. Like you said, I would just we gotta know if he has the dad's number or something.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't even want to disguise it if she's at work. I'll just ask her dad like, hey, you want to get some food or something so we can get to know each other.
But he lives an hour away, so that's what he's like saying.
But you were saying hour away is not that far.
Yeah.
Just say that you're going out with your boys for the day. Your guys are just having a boys' day. Get away. Just go and see him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And if you don't have his number already, what you could do is you won't have to be a little shady. Get your girl's phone and pretend that there's something on your phone that you want to see or something like that, or you want to play a game or something stupid. And just go through her phone and go through her dad, go through her contacts, look through her dad and get his number. And then as soon as you get his number, call him. And when you're alone, and then sit there and say, hey, can I talk to you for a second? There's no way that you're gonna surprise her parents, because you're randomly gonna want to meet them. So they're gonna say, okay, he's clearly about to ask me to marry their daughter. They're gonna know. So don't worry about surprising them. It's all about your girlfriend. That's the one that you want to surprise. Just sit there and say, hey, I want to can I have dinner with you, and can you not let such and such know? And then proceed to ask. Now, I think a good runoff question with this, guys, is let's say, you guys are in this position and you ask the father to marry their daughter, and they say no. Do you still ask?
See, you can't really ask me. I'm kind of bad with things like that, because
I'm asking you.
I don't really care.
I know you don't care. That's why I asked. I mean,
I don't care at all. I don't even really think I should. I don't think you should have to ask. Hey,
but will you?
Would you mind if I propose to your daughter? I don't get it.
So, but okay. Do you plan on doing that?
Nobody do that for me.
Do you plan on doing it though?
No, probably not.
So what happens if your girl wants you to? It says that's the only way y'all get married.
Well, first of all, ain't nobody giving me ultimatums. So that's what people don't understand. Don't be talking to me like that. Well, the only way we getting married is this. Well, okay, now we're not getting married. Now what? Fall in love with somebody else. Then you gonna see what I'm saying. But I have no problem. It's not like I have a problem doing it. I have no problem doing it. I just don't think that's a necessity.
I understand.
If somebody was marrying my daughter, and they didn't call me and ask for my blessing, to me that's not really any of my business.
Okay.
Obviously I'm gonna love my daughter, but it's not really my business on somebody proposing to her.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not invited to the wedding, then come on now, bro.
I feel you. What about you, Cody?
Well, I'm also going to go into the big brother perspective right here, and I can understand from my dad's perspective, that's his little girl, that's my little sister. No guy is ever going to be good enough, so really, it just shows to me, that the guy asking the dad's blessing shows that he's actually pretty serious and actually wants to marry her. So it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, but it's always a positive thing, and it shows that he's just really serious. If the dad says no, I guess just prove him wrong and still date the daughter. That's not a...
So you're saying that you would still date the daughter, but you're not going to propose?
I mean, not right then, because, I don't know. I'm kind of old-fashioned.
I feel you, but my thing is, I feel like if I had a girl and it's to the point where I want to marry her, I feel like I should know her dad. You know what I mean?
You get what I'm saying. If he says no, and then you go ahead and propose, that's kind of like a slap in the face to him. It shows that you're not respecting him at all.
Yeah, that's my problem. I was gonna mention that. I was like, see, you can do that, but the problem is afterwards, cause I don't want drama within the family. I don't want to cause friction between the daughter and the father, or me and the father, or me and the mother, anything like that, because I want them. I would like for them to they don't have to. Simple and plain, they don't have to. And if I learn that they just don't like who I am as a person, then honestly I'm gonna have to move on. And if I want this to be my wife, it's just gonna happen, unless of course she's just I don't want it because my parents, and I think that's childish anyways. But like I said, if I want to marry her, eventually I will. But I will wait just so they can eventually approve of it, because I want them at the wedding, and I want them to be happy at the wedding. I want them to do the whole thing where the dad gives the wife off to the
that's
husband.
the coolest part of weddings.
Yeah. So I was like, I do want that. And if you sit there and say no, and I'm gonna go and marry him anyways, more than likely he's not gonna do it. And if he does do it, in his head he's gonna be like, I really wish I didn't. I hate this dude. He's this and that. And you don't really want that at a wedding. You want everybody to be happy. Simple and plain.
This my thing. I don't know if everybody cares about that though. I wouldn't chance it, but I think you should ask. Your girl will tell you that, indirectly,
Yeah.
oh, my parents want to be involved, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They'll tell you that indirectly, and you just gotta go with that. But I feel like if you to the point where you want to marry your girl, I feel like you have to have some relationship with the parents.
I feel like you don't have to.
You've seen them. You had to have seen them before.
Of course.
I don't know. Maybe everybody's parents just likes me, but I don't know.
I've had mixed reviews with parents. Some parents love me. Some parents hate me.
Yeah, I've had the same.
So I mean, hey.
Don't get me wrong. I can't really stress. My thing is, I'm not gonna stress over you liking me or not.
Yeah, me neither.
It's all up to the girl. If she cares about what her parents think that much, then we're probably gonna break up. But
yeah, because I remember, actually like recently with my family, my sister wanted my brother-in-law to he wasn't asking my dad for the blessing. He was letting him know that they were getting married. Because my sister at least was like, hey, because if you don't tell my dad's gonna be pissed at me. Like, and I don't want him to be mad. Because she wasn't even gonna tell us. Because my sister and her husband, they got eloped, and they weren't even gonna tell us. Yeah, I know. I'm still not a big fan of it, but they did it, and I mean I can't do anything about it. But regardless, they went out in Vegas and they got married. Then it's not like they've been together for like 6 years though, so it's not like one of those they've been together. We knew they was gonna eventually get married, but they was like they were gonna go to Vegas and surprise us and get married, and then come back saying we got married. And then they found out. I think it was me that they found out that I would have been like I probably wouldn't have talked to them for a while, because if I would have found out that they got married and nobody told us, because I was like, why would you do that? Like you're my only sister, like I come on, man. But regardless, she was like, yeah, before we get married, you have to tell my dad. And he was like he was kind of like you. He was like, I'll do it, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna marry you. Like it doesn't matter if he's like okay with it or not. She's like, okay, well then just tell him or let him know that y'all are getting married. So he did. He told him, he was like, hey, I just want you to know me and Shantae are getting married. And my dad was like, okay, and they moved on. So I mean, I feel like if that's the case, like if he's like that, just let it happen. Just let him know. Like I'm saying, if I had a kid and if I had a daughter, I do want them to at least let me know.
Yeah.
Like just tell me. Like I don't care.
I kind of like being shocked. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Like just being like somebody being like, I'm getting married?
Dad, guess what? What, Sugarfoot?
Yeah, that's what you gonna call your daughter?
She proposed to me. I'm like, oh, word? I don't want to be like, Mr. Accarelli, I just want to ask you for your blessing to marry your daughter. All right, man. Dad, guess what? He proposed to me. Oh, happy for you. Like, I want to be shocked. I want to be excited. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, I thought for a second there you were about to say you won't be shocked and her
I
come around the room,
actually
hey, we got married.
That they don't tell me and I find out.
I want to know.
Because I feel like when you have a good relationship with your parents, for the most part, their significant other is going to know who you are.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact. Because
if you're a cool parent, they'll be cool with you.
Yeah, because I would say, like, I'm really close with both my parents, and I am my mama's boy, but anytime I'm with a girl or anything like that, they are going to have a relationship with my mother, just because, I mean, my mom is literally like one of my best friends. So, my mom is extremely fun. So if you're going to date me, you might as well deal with my mother, because my mother is going to want to meet you and want to, have some kind of relationship. Y'all ain't got to be best friends, but she's still going to want to talk to you.
Right.
So yeah. I agree to that, definitely. But, like I said, if I had a daughter, I want to know. Simple and plain. Tell me. Like, I'm like, hey, just let me know. You ain't got to ask me, because more than likely, I'm not going to say no. The only way I'm going to sit here and say, no, you're not going to marry my daughter is for, like, probably, like, 2 reasons. One, you're, like, a drug dealer. Or, like, or a future murderer or something like that, and you got teardrop tattoos and stuff like that. I might have to say no, because I don't know. I don't want my daughter being in that thug life. Or 2, y'all been dating for, like, a week. I'm gonna be like, nah, dog. Nah, man. I can't. Y'all ain't got enough body of work.
See, but I have faith in you, bro. Like, I don't think your daughter would do that, because I feel like you would raise her better than that. That's what I have faith in. Like, I have faith in that I'm going to raise my daughter, like, good, and I'm not going to force anything on anybody. Like, I'm not the type of person that's going to tell you who you can date or tell you anything like that. I like for people to learn on their own. I'm going to give you my advice. I'm going to tell you what I think, but I'm not going to force it on you. I'm just going to leave it out there.
That's a great point. But what I was saying was that these are just stipulations where I would say no. I'm not saying that I think my daughter will do this or I know she will. I'm just saying if that was to ever happen, because you never know. Like, you could be a great parent and still raise some rotten kids. Like, I honestly don't believe great parenting solves everything. So it can solve a lot, but everything.
I feel like it depends on what your definition of great parenting is. Because I feel like if you're a great parent and you have a good relationship with your kids, then I feel like that solves everything.
Well, yeah, and it also depends on what do you mean by a great relationship? Because some people can say, parents that like, you know, swear at each other and joke around, stuff like that is a great relationship. Some probably would say it's a bad relationship because there's no like real respect there and stuff like that. So I mean, it also, I guess it just depends. It's just barriers to that.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, Cody, we just flushed you out. Do you have anything to say?
Nah, you guys have said it all. That was
Okay.
good.
All right, just wanted to make sure. But anyways, we're gonna have another question after we come from the break, everyone. That was a pretty dope. That was pretty interesting.
And if you have a question, please call in at
1-866-890-0909. 1-866-890-0909. Follow us on the Jay and Kay Show. Jay-A-Y-K-A-Y. Do not spell his name with just a K. All right. Now this is my boo's favorite song. I'ma Just Do It by KV.
Lynchburg's new modern rock. Lynchburg's new hip-hop and R&B.
The Light.
90. Well, look at Mr. Push-Ups. What are we getting in shape for?
Selective service. 20.
Come again?
Selective service. You know, it's the law. We have to register when we turn 18.
Dude, no push-ups. You only need your mobile phone. You just have to register. There's no fitness.
Really?
No, you're not joining the military. It's just a database.
So,
Video games have trained your fingers enough. Just go to sss.gov and get registered.
that easy?
sss.gov.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Jay and Kay Show. Yes, I'm back again, the living legend Broadway K, here with my main man, 50 Grand.
Showtime Sanders. Hello.
And
Hello.
Over the break, man, we really was going crazy because, like, you know, when you like us, you love women, but so you deal with a lot of women. You know what I mean? Whether that's one woman, whether that's 12, like, you deal with women. So these kind of things spark a little fire under us. Yeah, it's a little riled up.
Yeah, we was talking about, like, you know, being in a relationship and like best friends. Like you know, you're dating a girl, and then they have their best friend, whether it's their relatives or, you know, just somebody they grew up with or whatever. And how you have drama, you have issues in your relationship, and then they run to their best friend, which I personally don't have a problem with, because if I have certain problems that I can't think out myself, I will seek out one of my best friends and I'll talk to him just to get another perspective. But you have to understand who you're talking to. Like, if your friend is one of those people that blow everything out of proportion and then sit there and say, oh, child, no, you need to break up with him. No, he can't be doing it. And also going to always judge him afterwards and hate him just like your parents would do, then you probably need to think of a better friend to rely on. And because my biggest pet peeve is always people who don't understand what a relationship really is. They expect it to be like a storybook ending where they really happy forever, and that's not real life. Mm-mm. Anytime I remember I was having a discussion with one of my coworkers. She was telling me, like, you know, this couple walked in. It was like, yeah, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. We've been married for 50 years and blah blah. And she was like, oh my goodness. She was like, I want something like that. And I was just like, honestly, you probably could have something like that, but you don't know what that couple went through to stay to be in those 50 years. Yeah. Now this is something that a lot of people got to understand, and you're not gonna agree with it, you're not gonna like it, but this is facts. All right, a lot of people who are in these 50-year relationships went through some of the worst stuff that you would never expect. But they just fought through it. They was like, our love is more important than whatever it was. Some of them probably got cheated on multiple times and they stayed with them. Some of them might have honestly been having an affair and some other shenanigans that you may never even expect, but they're still there. They're in their 50th year. And some people saying, oh, well, I don't want that then. Okay, then you probably don't want to be in a 50-year relationship then. Yeah. You'd be like, this guy probably had her crying because he called her something, or he got mad and yelled at her for something like that, and then she started crying. And then you're like, oh, y'all should break up. He's having you crying. Okay, well, guess what? A lot of your relationships are going to break up then, because this is real life. A lot of stuff happens, man. Like, it sucks to say that, but that just happens. That just happens in the real world, man.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I don't know, y'all need to stop watching TV, man. Like, I love TV and all, but
it's not facts.
The difference between me and a lot of these girls, I know that's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. People aren't happy all the time. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
So you're not going to keep making me feel like I always tell any girl that I've ever dealt with, if it's not if you want to break up with me, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to, if you're going to expect me to beg you, like, oh baby, please don't break up with me. I can change. I promise. I swear I can. I'm never gonna do that. Like, it's a two-way thing to me. It's got to be mutual. I'm not gonna beg nobody to be with me. Never gonna happen ever. I don't care who you are.
You ain't too proud to beg?
Huh?
That's my song, boy.
I'm
too proud to beg.
See, that's the opposite. I'm too proud to beg.
Please
like,
don't leave
I'm not
me,
begging
girl.
I don't even beg my parents.
Now if I had to please, baby, please don't leave me, girl. That's my song.
That song do crank. But, yeah, man. Like, I'm not gonna beg you. So if it's not really that serious, I really don't want to hear about it. Like, don't be sitting here arguing.
Kay
with
is
me.
so no nonsense. Like, he treats him like a kid. Like he's just like, I don't want to hear none of this, none of that, none of
like,
that.
I'm
Shut
not
up,
about
girl.
to sit here and argue with you for 2 hours over me not getting you a Sour Patch Kids. Like, I wanted watermelon flavor.
They will argue with that.
You should have known that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not about to sit here and argue over this.
The funny thing is, they will really argue. One of my boys, girls got mad at him because he wouldn't go get her some Reese Puffs. I was like, really, bro?
What?
Granted, she was pregnant, but still.
One of my friends, I'll never forget this, because I was walking to class. So my cousin was walking with me to class, and he was like, his girl was with him, because she was like, wanted to be with the homies, whatever. So he was walking with me to class, and then she said, so are you going to my class, right? So he looked at her and was like, no. She said, but you told me you love me, so why can't you go to class? I'm like, hey, hold on now. Let's not bring this into it.
What?
Like, that's what people don't get. Okay, if I love you, that don't mean that I'm going to do everything. You understand what I'm saying? I don't expect you to do everything. And if I want some nachos real bad, I'm like, oh, can you make me some nachos? And you say no. I'm not going to be like,
well, maybe we should break
you ain't
up.
making me no nachos? Like, why are we together if I can't even get nachos? Like, I'm not about to do all that. It's like, okay, I will drive, you know what I'm saying, to 7-Eleven and give me some nachos. You know what I'm saying?
Put some chili and cheese on that joint.
Why make some of my own nachos?
Exactly. You're your own person, man. Before you was together, you was yourself. So what you would done if you was by yourself?
And stop saying you complete me. If I complete you, I'm breaking. If you say that, I'm breaking up with you because I shouldn't complete you. I'm my own man. I tell everybody that. You don't complete me at all, so you can get that out your head. You don't complete me. I complete me. So we're two separate people.
I understand that logic, though.
Yeah.
I understand when people say that they complete them. They're not sitting here saying that, you know, that, at the end of the day, Kay, are you perfect? No. Cody, are you perfect?
No.
That's the whole point. Singular, you cannot be perfect. They're basically saying together we are one. We are a better person. You complete the things that I'm bad at. Let's say I can't sing. You can't sing. Let's say I'm bad at speaking in public. You're good at speaking in public. You bring that out of me. Like, I understand the logic. I think you're thinking too much into the whole you complete me thing.
Like I said.
You thinking too much into it.
Nah, I'm serious, man. That's what's wrong with people. That's why you ever seen somebody who has a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and after they break up, it's like they weird now. It's like they don't know what to do with their life. If I was to break up with a girl that I had or something like that, I'm gonna be the same. You know me. I'm gonna be the same me.
Have I changed?
Yeah, you haven't changed. You broke up. How long? And you was with your girl forever.
I know.
Like, that's what I'm saying. These people don't complete me. Like I'm the type of person that if it's not serious enough for me to like actually think about breaking up with you, I'm not gonna sit there and argue about it. Prime example. I'm getting into an argument over. I'm really talking a lot about nachos, but like I really want some nachos. So I was like, man, I want some nachos. I was like, hey, you try to come with me to get some nachos? I was like, I'm gonna get some tortilla chips and some cheese, whatever. She was like, no, I don't really want to go. So I said, okay. And I get up and I'm putting my clothes on. She like, where you going? I'm like, I think I just said I'm going to get some nachos. Like, are you kidding me? She's like, okay, I guess I'm like, no, you're not going. Like you just said, you just said you didn't want to go. Like I'm going to get him. I'm coming right back, but I'm going to get him. Like you don't have to. Like that's what people don't understand. Me and Josh can hang with each other because we like doing the same things. I'm not gonna call Josh and be like, yo. this new Spike Lee movie came out. You trying to go see it? He gonna say, I don't like Spike Lee.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
about to
that?
say-
He's not gonna go see the movie just to hang out with me. That's no.
Yeah,
if we
I
hang
can't stand
out,
Spike Lee.
we do the things we like to do together. Like if we like watching New Girl, hey, let's watch New Girl. We like watching Friends, let's watch Friends. I'm not. Why do people feel the need to do stuff that another person don't like doing? I'm not gonna ask you to do that. That's whack.
I think there's a difference between that and also a person not knowing what the other person. Because, like, let's say the girl I'm talking to now, I like to get her into some of the stuff that I like. It's not because she doesn't particularly not like it, but it's because she doesn't know about it. And I think that she would potentially like it.
No, that's different. I'm talking about when we've talked, like, I've had conversations like, oh, yeah, I don't like this. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I don't expect you to do it. They're like, why you don't ever ask me to do that? I say, because you say you don't like it.
You know, a good example, though, is with your whole little relationship thing and the whole thing about people completing each other and stuff. There's this girl at my job, and, like, she's been, like, really sickly hurt by, I guess, the guy she dated. Because she, like, talked about him for, like, she still talks about him to this day, but they broke up, like, months ago. And she'll always be like, oh, my God, well, Jamie did this and Jamie did that and blah, blah, blah. And he really broke my heart and I've been so depressed and I've been gaining weight, losing weight and blah, blah. So I was like, how long y'all dated? 9 months. What? You acting like this because the dude you dated for 9 months, Slim?
That's a long time, though, bro.
9 months ain't long to me, man. Not to be acting sick and tired for nothing, man. I'm sorry. It's not even a full year,
You
bro.
gotta think
Like
they're
you say
probably
you-
talking for a while before
I
that.
don't care.
You say you want a
Hey, look,
50-year marriage.
you
9
talk-
months
yeah.
is nothing.
Yeah, you talking to a person that
Seriously, come on.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you talking to a dude that dated a girl for 3.5 years, and then as soon as they broke up, did not care afterwards. Like, that's nothing. 9 months is absolutely nothing. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
So I'm just saying, I don't. The thing with
It
me,
depends on how it went down.
I just don't care, son. Like, if we broke up, son, if we really got to that boiling point where you just said, I don't want to be with you no more, I don't want to be with you. Because why would
That's facts.
why would I want to stay with you and be in a relationship or force a relationship and we haven't even hit a year yet? We ain't about to get married and have no fruitful life. We ain't going to have kids and none of that stuff. You can't even handle 9 months with me. I'm sorry, man. I can't date a girl that's always constantly thinking
And
about
that's not
breaking
even
up.
9 months when she pregnant.
Yeah, like seriously, she just had a baby. Like, you already no, I can't do that, man. Like, I'm not about to sit here and stay with a girl that's within the years thinking about breaking up with me. Like, how am I supposed to think you really talking about, oh, I want to be with you forever, but you can't even handle 9 months? What?
And another thing, don't be trying to threaten like me to break. Don't be trying to threaten like you're gonna break up with me if you're not gonna do it. Cause you know what my response is gonna be.
Okay, bye.
All
Have
right.
fun.
Yeah, Kay would do
That's
that.
gonna be it. I might not
Have
even
fun.
spell alright the right way. I might put AIGHT.
Just to be
I'm gonna
ignorant.
leave out the L and the R. Like, don't do that, man. Like, don't. I don't give people ultimatums because I feel like that's disrespectful. I don't do that. You better do this, or I'm gonna do this. Like, okay, test me.
No, the
I
one,
do reverse ultimatums.
one of the things that kills me is those couples that you see. It's like after a month of dating, they're like literally with each other 24. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's like they're acting like they've been married for like, or they're just like fresh off their honeymoon. Like they're constantly with each other, constantly over each other, and it's like I love you, I love you, I love you. You've only been together for a week. Last year, I remember seeing a couple on my brother sister dorm outside of Combo, and this was right before Thanksgiving. They were crying. They were crying because they were going to be away from each other for a week. This dude was broken down in tears saying he doesn't know how he's going to live without her for a week. Well, you were living without her the week before. So like, come on.
You think that's funny? I remember. You know what Doc's is, right?
Yeah.
So me and my friends are eating in Doc's, right? So we see this couple. We were sitting by the window. So we see this couple outside the door, and like they both crying, right? So they start embracing. They start hugging, right? But they're hugging the whole time we're eating, like. So this is like 15 straight minutes of hugging.
What?
So like
What?
I'm thinking like, man, wow, he must be going to like we speculating like, oh, he must be going to the military, like he must be like going to war, or he must like, you know what I'm saying, be moving back home. Tell me why they got in the same car. I said y'all just hugged for 15 minutes and got in the same car.
Just to open the door. Just to
that split second, y'all was gonna miss each other that quick. Come on.
Oh,
No,
that's
And
funny.
this, I swear to God, this really happened.
We were at Doc's last year, and I felt so bad for this boy. I don't even know this kid. He opens this door for this girl, and the girl looks at him dead in the face, is like, sorry, not interested, and walks in.
I'd have had to tell her about it, so because I could have just been holding the door.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm not rocking with that, Slim.
I slammed the door in her face like, hold on.
Oh, girl, what is wrong with you, homie?
First of all, you look like proceeded to name someone ugly, and then kept it going.
And now she took it as a compliment. All right.
Yeah.
So Cody, anyway, so what did you learn from this discussion we just had?
Liberty couples are crazy, y'all.
No, we did not learn from that. That's not what you was supposed to learn. We were saying. But anyways, girls, stop looking for movie relationships, man. It's not going to work out the way you think it is.
It's not real.
It's not. Do you believe in the whole you're gonna marry your best friend?
Nah,
You don't believe in that?
that's weird.
I think that's weird. I thought it was the only one that thought that was
think
weird.
that's so
like,
weird. Me and my best friend, like, I know so much about her. She knows so much about me. It's not gonna work.
No. I'm not talking about like. That's not what I meant by that. I'm talking about how people's like, your best friend. Your wife should be your best friend.
Too. My best friend is gonna be my best friend, not you.
But I still have like one girl set to the side that's just my absolute best friend, and that's all she's ever going to be.
That's.
Like I never understood the marrying your best friend, son. Like no, like that's my wife, man. I'm not about to sit there and like disrespect her. And sit there and say, oh yeah, you're I'm gonna downgrade you to my best friend. No, girl, you my wife. I love you. That's the same thing I feel about with the whole crush thing. Like we've been together 6 years. I'm not about to sit here and say I got a crush on you. I love you. You was my wife. It's gonna be woman love.
I think you can still crush on your wife.
I'm not about to crush on my wife, Slim. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm an adult. Anytime I think of crush, I think of I'm in the 5th grade. My teacher looked real good, so I'm out here saying I got a crush on her. Or there's this girl who I really don't know. She's Spanish and she look real good. Oh, I got a crush on her too.
What school
I know you, man.
What school you go to? All my teachers were about to retire.
Nah, man.
Like,
I had some teachers.
But everyone, we will be back. We're gonna answer some more questions. We didn't answer no questions on this one. I'm sorry, because we just got in the rant.
We had to vent, bro.
Yeah, we had to do a small little vent, but we're gonna get back to the questions, everyone. So like I said, we'll be back, everyone. Listen to I Wouldn't Know by Lecrae featuring KB.
The light.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Jay and Kay show, where you get it all day, but for only 2 hours. I'm your host, the living legend, Broadway K, here with my partner in crime,
Showtime Sanders. And by the way, anybody who's a Bucks fan, enjoy watching the Super Bowl at home. Anyways,
shots,
fire, bang, bang, bang.
I'm watching it too, so I can't be that.
Yeah, you
supportive.
are. That's a fact. But I just had to pick on some Bucks fans because they're absolutely horrible. But anyways, I had a quick story to tell. All right, I want you guys to like chime in on this because this girl said what I was saying personally was a generalization and an opinion, not a fact. All right, so there's this girl at my job. Right. She has a boyfriend. They're Facebook official or whatever, and they have a relationship on Facebook. Now the girl was mad because her boyfriend doesn't ever post anything about her at all, and also he doesn't like anytime she tags him and stuff like that. It has to be approved by him in order to be on his timeline. So she was wondering and thinking that I was a little suspicious. And she was like, all right, I don't understand why he does that. Like, is he hiding something? He might not want the girls to see it. And this girl had the audacity to lie to her friend and told her, guys don't think like that. That's not true at all.
How does she know? Is she like a Caitlyn Jenner or something? Like
a Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah, like.
Shut up, Kate. Shut up, Cody. Shut up, Cody.
I'm being dead serious. How would she know? She's a girl. Like,
that's what I told her. She was like, guys don't think like that. So what guys do you know?
Yeah,
like I'm like, there are definitely a bunch of guys in this world that don't post anything of their girl because they don't want other girls to see it. That is.
I'm gonna tell you what, bro. Tell your girl she getting cheated on. I'm just saying, man. I'm a dude, man. I know how it go.
Expect the worst.
The only reason you doing that, honestly, bro, is because the relationship status up there. You doing that to please your girl, but you telling all the other girls that y'all broke up.
Yeah,
you getting cheated on.
And plus, you gotta think, man, like, especially if he's an active Facebook user, if he really uses Facebook, like, sorry, and he's never ever posted you, but you're his girlfriend, that's a little shady. I mean, some people are saying, oh, it's just private, blah, 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 but a lot of people don't know. A lot of people that are doing these private lives are really living a private other life. You know how easier your maneuvers are when nobody knows that you're in a relationship?
Why you think people that are not our age are always cheating? Because they don't have Instagram. No, seriously. I know. Do older guys that have a whole nother family on the side, not a whole girl on the side, a whole nother family on the side.
I know. Hey, look, the funny thing is, I do too. I just that got kids and everything, but I'm just like, oh, how does he know? Well, he don't
It's
have
like
social
they
media.
got another house, another maid. Like,
That's why it was so that's why it was so easier back in the earlier days to cheat. Honestly, like you had.
yeah. Remember elementary school? How many dudes you know had 4 girlfriends?
Oh, I knew a girl that had 6
It wasn't no
boyfriends.
Instagram.
Dang.
It wasn't no Facebook. It wasn't none of that to where people could tag you in photos. It wasn't no relationship statuses.
And you can
cheat.
And you can even go back to the olden days, back into like the prime life, before internet. And people was cheating then. Guess what? That's why the divorce rate was also so low. Your wife ain't know. But the husband probably had 3 different families.
Yeah.
But they didn't know. You want to know why? Because there was no social media.
But nowadays,
And nowadays, when guys don't do that, or even girls, like, I mean, when they don't really, like I say, you don't have to post pictures or statuses of them all the time. That's not what we're saying. But if they never, ever do, it's a little fishy to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you keep.
If he's active. If he's an active one.
Yeah, if he's never on Facebook, then yeah, of course, there's nothing you can say. But if you actually you never ever post anything about, you don't even tag him in nothing. It's like, it's a little fishy to me. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's like, y'all, I know y'all always doing something together. So, I make Snapchats with Kay in it. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not around him all the time. I had a Snapchat with Cody in it. I'm not around him all the time. I have a Snapchat with one of my coworkers. I never really with them. So, like I said, and the fact that you never ever do it with your significant other, that's just a little weird to me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice to be recognized every once in a while. But I mean,
Right.
if you don't do it, it doesn't matter to me. Like I remember my last relationship. She would literally threaten to break up with me because I didn't post a Woman Crush Wednesday every single Wednesday, and not just that, just a
every
random
Wednesday,
appreciation post. Like
I don't do that stuff.
see, I get in trouble because I used to post Women Crush Wednesdays every single Wednesday.
And he used to always be some fake butt model.
No way.
It would be.
Sometimes I would just have headshots. Most of the time I would have headshots. But, yeah, so now it's like, oh, you used to do Women Crush Wednesday all the time. What happened? You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, if he's not putting you on social media, guess what? It's a 97.4% chance you're getting cheated on.
All right, back to the questions now. I'm sorry, we went into another small rant.
and we're not endorsing cheating on this show.
Yeah, cheating is wrong, by the way.
Of course. I mean, who's never mind, we're not even gonna get into that. All right, so this question is from NY for Life. Would you marry a girl if she did not want to accept your last name?
Wait, is accepting the wife's last name a thing?
No, accepting his last name. If she doesn't want to change her name.
That's kind of weird, but yeah, I
What?
still would. But I would just be like, oh, that's kind of weird. I would want to know why.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing it. Simple and plain. I would not marry a girl if she would not change her last
I mean,
name.
because think you're
Why?
marrying, you're getting a life together, you're getting a house together, you're getting a whole bunch of
I'm
stuff
not
together.
changing my name. 2,
I'm definitely not changing my name. Let's get that.
no, but that's what I'm saying. 1, I'm not changing my name. 2, I'm not gonna have my kid hyphenate his name. Cause then what happens if my kid hyphenates his name and then he meets another girl that's not gonna do it? You gonna hyphen that name too?
He's gonna have like
You have 3
14 names.
3 or
He
4
gonna be
names.
African.
Yeah, no, Spanish. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then 3, if you can't even change something as little as your name so we can actually be one, then I don't want to be one with you. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and let you be. Even celebrities are willing enough to change their name. Even if it is with a hyphen or whatever, at least they're willing enough to change their name. And I understand something slight for that, changing their name. Like, you don't hear people call Jada Pickett Smith. They call Jada Smith. Like,
I hear people calling her Jada Pinkett.
I hear people call her Jada Smith. Kim Kardashian, what's on her Twitter name? It's Kim West. Like, so
And she's a Kardashian.
Now-
yeah, and she's a Kardashian.
Now, some of the singers and artists, now not just like famous people, but actually some of the singers and artists, whenever they're married, they go with their spouse's last name, but whenever they're on stage, they stick with their original name.
Which is understandable, and I'm fine with that. I
it's,
wouldn't
it's
care.
just their stage name.
Yeah, because that's what you know them as. I'm
Yeah.
completely fine with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But you're gonna change your last name, simple and plain. Like, I'm not about to sit here and I'm not even gonna debate it. Like, if you really gonna sit here and say we're like even think about it, I'm be like, okay, thank you. It was nice knowing you. I hope whoever you get with, you know, they understand your plight, but I'm not. So I'm gonna walk away and I'm gonna go on about my life. But I'm not doing that. Just stupid.
All right, next question.
You could have told me next question before so I can.
Nah, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, well, fine.
The next question is: would you ever get back with an ex? I'm gonna let you go first,
Cody.
my brother.
Yeah, go ahead, Cody.
In high school, I only had actually 2 serious
We didn't ask you that.
relationships.
We said,
So
would
that's
you-
what I'm saying.
we
No,
said
those-
just-
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they both ended on such a bad note. I would have to say no. I've never had
Based
one
on
end
your personal
cordially.
experience, no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've never had one end cordially.
Okay, I would say I'm gonna give a scenario. Well, I would say it depends. I hate giving those answers, but it does depend.
Yeah.
Now, if we broke up because you cheated on me, you can forget about not only us being together. You don't know me anymore. You don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. That's how it's gonna be. Forget about it. So that's the first scenario. Second scenario, if like we just were like away from each other, like we weren't in the same area for a while, we kind of drifted apart. Definitely, I would definitely get back with you if you know, long distance affected our relationship. I would get back with you then. But if you cheated on me, never.
If we talking personal, no, no, never. Matter of fact, it's not even no, never. The answer. Ask me the question again, Kay. Never, never. It ain't going down, Captain. No. Like one of my exes is like my best friend. Like she's pretty much married and she has a kid. Blah blah blah. That's my homie. So that's a no. The other one, she's my homie as well. She got a boyfriend she's been with for like a long time. That's the homie as well. So I'm not interested in that. I'm not really interested in going back. The other one, I could care less what she doing. So
Think I know which one now?
so like, you know, I could care less. Whatever happens to her happens to her. She can have a great life, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. And that's just not. I'm not putting myself through any more of that. So no, never, ever.
One thing I have learned is that when you like rekindle a flame like with your ex or something, you always realize why it didn't work.
Yeah.
You always like, oh, this is why we broke up. Yeah, don't call me no more.
Cause I tried it before. I did it with one of my exes. We was together in high school. We broke up, and then my first year in college, we got back together. And you know, she's a really good girl. But then we just realized, it was like, you know what? I think we're just friends, man. Like, I don't think this relationship thing is for us. Like, we can try it, but it just
That's
doesn't
pretty
work.
mature that y'all can end on those terms.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no,
That's a testament to your maturity.
No, Calvert, to say, the thing is, I am willing to do that. Like, you can be my ex and we could be friends afterwards. Like, I don't have no hard feelings.
I'm not.
See, this is my thing. We were friends before we was together. Like, especially with like every single one of my, except for my last ex, we were friends before we got together. So after we broke up, we was still on that level where we just didn't belong in a relationship together. We just needed to be friends. Now the other one was we just didn't even know each other. Like, us being in the same room should have never happened, but it did. And we tried to do something with it, and it just, you know, it seemed like it worked, but it didn't. And we had to go through a bunch of stuff that probably should have never even, you know, attempted, but it happened. And then, you know, learned a lot of lessons for it, and I'm happy it happened because now I'm so much wiser in my decisions, and I know what to put up with and what not to put up with. So, you know, like I said, it's just like what Wale said in the Breaking Up song. Like most, yeah, it's an absolutely great song. But it's just like, you know, when you try to do a sequel to a movie, it's never really, you know, better than the first. So why try it? Like, you know, it's when you're in a relationship and the first time it didn't work out, it's gonna be hard for it to work the second time. Very rarely have I seen people that, like, you know, stayed together or they got back together and they actually stayed together.
True.
Especially if they, like, you know, have relationships in between it. So my answer is never.
True.
If you haven't noticed, everyone, I have passion and hate for that. Now, before we go to break, I have one more simple question. All right, it's from a guy named T-Mac. Now, T-Mac asks, how important is money? He just brought that. That was the only question. How important is money to you?
I got the answer.
Go ahead. You got the answer, Sway?
For a female, money is probably 100% important. Because I feel like a female wants to be secure.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're not financially secure, that's just going to bring up more problems, more stress, and I've seen relationships crumble just because, like, the chemistry with the couple was amazing, but because they can't pay bills on time, it takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
And it makes you resent them, like, oh my God, I'm struggling, I don't have money to eat, such and such and such, and it just takes a toll on you, and it doesn't happen. So, like, I feel as though for a female, it's 100%. Now, I'm an old-fashioned male, so I don't care how much. I don't care if you kind of homeless. Like, you don't have to have any money. I feel like I should be able to provide for both of us. I'm not going to, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you want to get out and work, that's perfectly fine with me. Like, you do you. But, yeah, I agree with you. Like, just constantly fighting because it's like, because money, you can't just, unless you win the lottery, you just can't get out of your financial hole within a week. So it's like it's so long just fighting and fighting and fighting over money. It's like you're seeing more coming home and just you're coming home and you're expecting a fight because of money.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, you're right. It's just it causes more problems than it does solve them.
I put it like this: money ain't important. I'm gonna stop playing. Money is important, but money is definitely important. You need some money. But I can tell you one thing. Me personally, I don't hold money that high in my life.
Mm-mm.
That's just not. It's just so much more stuff in life that's more. It may be important, but there's so much more stuff that's more important because you need money to feed yourself, a roof over your head, and all that stuff. But at the same time, that should not stop anyone from being happy. As a kid, all of us as kids, did we even care about money?
No.
When were we really at our happiest? We were kids, and why? Because money didn't play any influence on us, like. I know people that were poor. One of my best friends, he didn't have money growing up. He always talks about the fun stuff he did in his childhood. Why? Because he didn't let money, determine his happiness. Money shouldn't determine anybody's happiness. It shouldn't dictate your relationship.
I think that has to do with the fact that he didn't pay bills, though. You know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, if you're poor, it does. I still don't think that matters.
It's gonna take a toll on you, though.
I pay bills now. I'm broke. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. Like, I understand it could be stressful, but that's not gonna stop me from enjoying myself. Like, I'm not having a really a dope job. I'm not getting paid a lot. I don't have money to buy clothes. I can't look flashy like UK. Like, I ain't got money like that. You don't sit here and see me upset about it. It's not gonna dictate my life. If I want to be with somebody, it's not gonna stop me, son.
I understand. I just think it's a little different. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I think it's a little different when it really gets different is when you have kids. That's what I think. That's what I think. Comes from.
I can agree to that.
When it's just you and the girl, it's like, okay, we can put our money together. We can do this. We're gonna be straight. But then when you have a kid, it's like, I gotta buy baby shoes. I gotta buy diapers. I gotta buy.
You're just wanting to provide a better life.
But that's
than
what
what you
communication is for, and finding out and mapping out plans so you can understand what you can pay for, how can you pay for it, and then also if you can see a support group, aka like your parents and stuff like that. Like there's ways around it. You don't have to sit here and make money to be like it's like the most strict thing, and that's the reason why you're if I feel like if money is what ended your relationship, then you're kind of fluke. That's my opinion. Like I mean I hate those people that sit there and act like money is the only thing that matters in this world. At the end of the day, money is tree. Simple and plain. I'm not about to sit here and let paper make me happy or mad. Like, simple and plain. That's just how I feel about it. Now, everyone, we will be back. We got some more topics to talk about, everyone. So enjoy this music we about to play. This is Now I Know by Andy Mineo.
But for only 2 hours, I'm your host of Living Legend Broadway K, back again with my main man,
Showtime Sanders. By the way, that song was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a cool song.
Whoever produced that,
the beat was fire.
Yeah, I would say whoever produced the beat was pretty dope. That was like old feel to it. I liked it.
It had old school feel.
That might have been one of the best produced songs we played.
That's definitely by far the best.
Anyways, we still got my partner in crime, Cody Richmond here.
How you doing?
Now we have one more. I think we're just gonna do one more question for the day, and this question is from Big Mac. Okay, Big Mac asks, "Can jealousy be good in a relationship?"
No. I'm gonna tell you why.
Depends on the level of it.
We're gonna let. Matter of fact, Cody, go ahead, go first.
In my opinion, it depends on the level. Like, it's okay because, in my opinion, it shows that you actually do genuinely care about the girl. But like, take it overboard, like, oh, you just talk to the guy and he's just your friend. She has no interest in him at all. But you're going overboard saying that, oh, you talk to him? Yeah, we're not having any of that. We're done. Yeah, that's just a little bit too far.
What about you?
I think it depends on what kind of jealousy you talk about. Because I've had girls get jealous of my friends. I think that's kind of weird.
That's still jealousy.
Like, oh, you hang around your friends all the time. I'm like, okay, they're my friends. You know what I mean? Like, if my girl's like, I'm like, what you doing? She's like, oh, I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm not gonna say you always hanging out with them. Are they more important to me? I'm not gonna say that because I feel like that's weird. Like, I feel like our relationship is our relationship, and somebody else's relationship is their relationship. So my relationship with my friends is different from my relationship with you, and they should be intertwined. They shouldn't be judged that way. I feel like.
I like a territorial girl. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. But can it be good? No. Honestly, it really never can really be good. But at the same time, I can understand people that like it. Like, you know, some people want that feeling of being wanted. And sometimes jealousy is a feeling of being wanted. So some people don't want to be in a relationship where they be like, oh, I don't care. Go ahead. Do what you want. I don't care. I know. Like, no. Sometimes they want to be like, who's this? Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Make sure you know this is my boyfriend. Like, you know,
you like that?
Me, yeah, I do.
Why though? I always wonder why.
Why? I mean, one, I think is really cute because it's just like, aw, she's over here. She feels threatened. It's cute. I honestly think it's just a really cute thing. I mean, personally, will I get jealous? No, I really don't. Like, I'm not gonna.
I see what you mean.
I'm not really a jealous person when it comes to like my relationships, but I do feel like if I feel like somebody's stepping out of boundaries a little bit, I might, you know, cut in and crack some jokes or something like that. But hey, look at your shoes. Why you talking to her? Like, you know, like I might do a little bit something like that, but I'm really.
Yeah, I might ask who they are, but I'm not gonna be like, I don't ever want to.
This is what annoys me, because this is why like I had to play this role now. I was in a relationship once again for like 3 years plus, right? So like in the 3rd year of our relationship, this girl tried to tell me that this random guy she knew was her best friend. We was together for 3 years, y'all. I was like, who is this dude? Oh, that's my best friend. You know him. No. I've never heard about this dude a day in my life. She was like, oh, I went to high school with him. I told you about him. No. Never once. I was like, what is his name? Such and such. I don't know him. I've never heard of him a day in my life. So why are you? Why this is your best friend now? Yeah. So I started hanging out with him all the time. So I was like, oh, okay. This is your best friend now that you home. Okay, I'm not stupid. All right. Well, it's been a nice relationship. So you know, you enjoy it. I'm staying in Lynchburg, and that's what happened. So I was like, that's why I kind of have to like sometimes, you know, step in, because they'll try to hit you with something fluke if you allow it. So that's why I'm okay with jealousy, because you gotta understand.
See, this is my thing though. This may be my problem when you say I'm too nonchalant. It's just like, I feel like if you even gonna disrespect me like that,
let him,
and just start hanging around with somebody that you like, that's just disrespectful. If you gonna disrespect me like that, go ahead. We're done. We were never together.
That's what I did. That's what I did.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not even gonna trip over it. If you gonna sit there and like just blatantly start dating somebody else, go ahead. We were never together. I'm sorry.
But the funny thing,
I can't get with
this
that.
was the funny thing about it, and this showed you how dumb this girl was. Like, this is why I was just like, all right, she's like half stupid, because this didn't make any sense. It would be 3:00 in the morning, and I would call, and I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching a movie with such and such.
3:00 in the morning? What?
What?
And then those are the type of people that say, well, at least I was honest with you. I'd rather you lie to me about that.
No, but the thing is, though, she wasn't honest about it, because she still tried to play the "we just friends" card. Like, that right there ain't honest.
Yeah,
I ain't watching no movies with no girl at 3:00 in the morning. We just friends. That don't make no sense.
If you're only saying where you're at, it's still not completely honest.
So, no, she was like, yeah, we're over such and such. We're watching movies.
Like, that's the thing, because nowadays people are like, oh, this is where I'm at. At least I told you. No, you did not.
Like,
Right.
I'm like, no, Slim. Like, I was like, you ain't catching me with the okie doke. I got a little bit more common. I got a little bit more common sense than that, son. So I was like, okay, this girl thinks I'm stupid. or if she don't think I'm stupid, she trying to give me a hint, and I'm gonna be more than gladly take that hint and run with it. So I was like, okay.
I had a girl back in high school pull the same situation, but it was with my best friend. It was with the dude that I was wrestling with that year.
That ain't your best friend, cuz.
No, it's not anymore.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
That ain't your best friend. I wish a best friend would. See, the thing is, like, there's like rules of best friend. Like Kay is a guy that you can actually trust, because once you like start dating him, like dating a girl, and you cool with Kay, that basically becomes a dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna watch out for her. And, you know, he gonna make sure, like, everything is straight, which I respect about Kay. You got them other grimy friends that, like, opportunistic. Like, you know,
It's like they just waiting for them, for the couple to
what kills
fight.
me is how people always say stuff like, it's a million girls out here, it's enough fish in the sea, and then they go mess with one of their friends' girls.
Like,
if it was that many fish in the sea, then why are you in my pond?
Just
You know what I'm
recast.
saying? Like,
Just recast.
I don't
boy.
understand that. I feel as though if your friend has a girl, you keep it cool. Like, I'm only gonna talk to you when I'm like around my friend. If I see you, hey, what's up? But it's not gonna be no extra stuff. Like, I've had some of my friends or family exes like try to talk to me like, oh yeah, you should hit me up. I'm like, all right.
No.
I say all right, but I'm not hitting you up. I don't do that.
So do any of you guys believe that, like, normally the person that's extremely jealous is the one that's doing the dirt?
Nah, I see why people can be jealous. It's just that, because it's not like I don't feel a certain way. It's just that I see why people can be jealous, because I can get jealous at times. Like, especially if you start making like my girl laugh real hard. I feel like that's strike one.
You know, honestly, that's why I try not to be around my friends' girls a lot, because I will do that, or I'll pick on them, and then I'll like embarrass them, and then you're like, oh.
But that's just how you are. You just pick on
that's
everybody.
just how you are. But
That's
like,
just how you are.
Cause I'm a guy who likes to make people laugh, so that's how I get my girl. So if my girl's laughing, it's kind of like, oh, this dude's kind of funny. She's probably gonna like him just like she like me. That's how girls think. Like, oh, you ate her. That's why women like don't allow other women to cook their man food. Like, you ever heard like your
No,
mom or
I've
somebody
never
say
heard that.
Like, I've heard my mom say that. Like, I want you eating no other women food. It's because like that's probably how you got him. You probably made some chicken. He was like, oh my God, I need to come back and get some of that chicken. Then over time they fell in love. Like, that's how it happened.
That's hilarious. Actually, I've never ever heard that, but I agree definitely with that. And plus, I do believe sometimes the significant other will do stuff to purposely make the person jealous. Like, they'll take a selfie with the person on Snapchat, or they'll take a selfie and put it on Facebook and be like, oh, me and best friend and blah blah blah, or, you know, talk to them consecutively and be like, haha, look at this person, look what they said, and always talking about them and stuff like that. So sometimes they kind of, like, you know, pull the person to be a little jealous of them, because like, all right, I hope you're talking about me as much to them as much as you talking about me to them. So I definitely agree, but some people do their dirt and then they just get really insecure. And then they're like, I know what I do in this situation.
That's true, because like I told you this. Like, that's why I could never steal. I could never be a thief. I'm too guilty. I'm too like.
Yeah.
If I was to steal something and the lady at Walmart was like, all right, sir, you have a nice day, I'd be like, I ain't steal nothing. And then they'd be like, what are you talking about? And then I'd be done. I could never be a thief. That's how I am.
That's the stupidest thing I've heard.
That's how I am.
Oh, I didn't take anything. Like, oh, all right, Kay, sit your butt down somewhere. Anyway, so what do you think though, Cody? Don't agree with me or I'll slap you.
As I said, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, but I mean, it's just how you handle it, it's how you react. The mature thing, just sit down, talk to them. Hey, tell me, and just be honest with me. Do you have anything, or are they anything? And just wait for them to answer. I mean, just be upfront. Now, like, taking it too far is like calling out, like to the point where it's like, oh, you're hanging out with your friends? Oh, you're actually seeing a girl on the side. You're just using that as a cover-up to go see somebody else. No, I'm out with my friends. It's like, I'm having a guys' night. Why are you having a guys' night? Why aren't you with me? It's like literally just blowing everything out of proportion. Like, it's how you handle it.
I feel like the healthiest relationships, both people have crews. I find it hard for me to trust somebody if they don't have a crew of friends. Because anywhere, like from elementary school, middle school, high school,
my crew's
college,
gone.
I've always had a crew of friends, like,
or at least one, like me. It's always been at least one. It's not a crew. It's one.
Like, it's always at least like a group of like 3 friends. When somebody doesn't have a crew and like they always want to be, I'm like, where are your friends at? Like, are you crazy?
I don't have.
It has to be something wrong with you if
I don't have a crew.
You don't have a crew. Like,
I don't have a crew. I'm solo dolo, homie.
That's not true.
So,
I know.
that's definitely not true.
to me, that's kind of weird. I always find it weird. Like when a girl's like, "Why do you want to be with your friends?" I'm like, "Hold on, time out, pause. You don't want to hang with your friends? Like it's not times where you don't want to be around me. You just want to be around your friends. Like if I was to call a girl and be like, "Hey, you want to do this?" She was like, "No, actually, I'm with my friends. We watching the movies or we getting our nails done or something like that." I'm not gonna be like, "Really? I'm gonna just be like, oh, "Okay."
Yeah,
Just call, hit me up when you want to come through or something like that. That's the type of stuff I say. Like, I don't understand that.
K is a big, like, which I understand. I remember I always told myself when I was like married or anything like that, I wanted to have like designated days, like where I can like hang out with the guys or have a guys' night out. We'll watch like a football game or we'll watch a fight or something like that, and we just drink something. We'll just either just drink, eat food, and have fun, and just chill. But some people, I was like, of course I have to go through that with my wife. But I was like, and you have your times. Well, that same night or whatever, you have a girls' night. Y'all go and
get your nails done.
Yeah, get your nails done.
Get your hair done. Or
watch Lifetime together and eat or whatever. Just or have a discussion or whatever. Do whatever y'all girls want to do, and just have a good time. Just a little break from each other, and also to just hang out with the guys because. I hate those people that act like just because you're married, that means that's the only person you're supposed to be with or around.
I'm going to tell about all you girls listening in case you ever thinking about marrying me or something. I'm going to narrow it down by this statement. Like, I'm still going to hang with my friends when I'm married.
Yeah. Me too.
You can forget about having me locked up.
I plan on having a man cave. You think that man cave is just going to be with me?
I'm still going. That's why I told Josh I would never marry a girl who was more into basketball and football than me. Reason being, you'll never get away from him. All right, honey, I'm about to watch the game. Oh, I'm watching the game too. The Celtics playing. I'm like, hold on. Oh, the Patriots playing. Oh yeah, Tom Brady about to have a field day. If I can't get away from you, like it has to be something that we don't like.
That's kind of stupid, Kay.
It's not stupid though. It is because if you
don't have that time,
then she's gonna feel some type of way.
You can still have that's not true though. You can still have time apart. Like
she's still gonna be like, oh, what you about to do? I'm gonna watch the game. Oh, I'm about to watch the game too. We might as well watch it together. See, you don't want to be around.
She don't have to. You just gotta make it frank.
You know how girls are.
See, I feel like that's just another a movie moment. I like just low key. It's just a movie. Like, hear me out. It's the hero. And it's the damsel in distress. And it's literally, well, they spent all their time together and they fell in love. Yeah, well, what was happening throughout the whole movie? They hated each other. Like, They were never together, and look what happened. They hated each other.
I'm like, hey, you can like somebody, like, if you like football, that's cool. Like, I mean, that don't necessarily mean we have to watch it again. If we do, personally, I don't have a problem with it. That doesn't stop me from having my guy time if I hang out with the guys. But
I don't like my girl hanging around with my friends too.
I actually do. I don't have a problem with that if she wants to. Like, doesn't make it awkward. I don't have a problem with it. Why not?
As long as she's not hanging out with them without me.
He got best friend problems, as y'all just heard. So yeah, I understand that. Like, I mean, that doesn't matter to me, but I definitely, like, if she wants to hang out with
my friends, I want to be with my friends. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have a problem with it. And honestly, at the same time, because like my crew of best friends is not that. It's just me and 3 other guys. If we all had girls and we all went out together, I wouldn't have a problem with that either.
No, that's different. If all 3 of y'all brought y'all girls, that's different. I'm talking about
like it's just her,
just your girl,
and all the guys.
That's weird to me.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Double dating is great.
No, that's what I thought you meant. Like, you wouldn't want to. Okay, cause I was saying, like, if I do, cause I would never put my girl in a situation where it's just her, cause she's gonna feel awkward, because it's gonna be nothing but guys. If she's coming, it's gonna be other girls there too, just so she can.
I have no problem with that at all.
Okay, well then, yeah, we agree on that then. So we're fine on that. But everybody, we will be back. This is Triple E 116.
90% fat-free and helps prevent heart disease. The Light.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Jay and Kay Show, and I am Broadway K, here with my partner in crime,
Showtime Sanders. Hey, shout out to Professor Gerstner. He said I said like 16 times. He counted, which in a 15-minute span, that's only one per minute. I just want you to know. So I only average one I just said it twice. So we're not going to pay that any attention. So, But regardless, so we're going to change it up a little bit. And we're going to talk about a celebrity. All right. Jaden Smith is the child of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Which seems like it would be like
that,
cool.
That kid is probably gonna grow up to have the most swag out of anybody in the whole entire world. Like, let's be realistic. Will Smith is dope, and I love Jada Pinkett. Like,
especially back in the day.
Yeah, facts. So yeah. Anyways, Jaden Smith, he's a little weird. Well, honestly, both their kids are really weird. But Jaden is taking it a little bit further. He's been wearing like a bunch of like skirts and like stuff like little dresses and stuff like that. And I remember seeing an article the other day talking about he's like redefining masculinity. And I was reading the comments, and you would not believe a lot of the stuff people were saying, like trying to defend him. Saying why is masculinity a role? Like, why do you have to wear such and such to be considered a man or a male? Like, if a guy wants to wear a skirt, then he should be fine wearing a skirt and still be considered masculine. And I was thinking in my head, like, what? Am I like the only person that thinks that's just not okay?
Nah, I think it depends. I haven't seen it, so.
You haven't seen it? Then time for Google. Like, I will show you.
I haven't seen it, but I can say I've seen like people look cool in kilts, like Andre 3000 and I Choose You video.
A kilt and a skirt are literally two totally different.
That's what I'm saying. I have to actually see it.
A kilt,
because I'm a risk taker when it comes to dressing. I'm a risk taker too. So,
but whenever the skirt is like mid thigh, like that's
just not cool.
Like, I can understand if you lose a bet, but if you're doing it 24/7, like that's your actual wardrobe.
Why are you trying to look at it, Cody? You all the way on the side.
Let me see it. That's not that bad to me.
That's not that bad.
The shirt is. I don't know what he's doing with the shirt, but this isn't that bad. I don't have no problem with that.
You don't have a problem with another man wearing a skirt?
No, I'm not.
It's not a kilt, bruh.
Now that's unacceptable.
That's a sundress.
I can't get with that one.
No, son, at the end of the day, man, I'm not cool with another man wearing a skirt. He could do it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that he can't. But don't sit here and say that he's redefining masculinity. No.
This is what I hate. When somebody does something, don't give them credit in another way for doing it.
What?
Prime example. When Bruce Jenner did the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing.
Yeah.
Somebody was tweeting me because I was shocked when it happened. I was like, I can't believe this. He had a Kardashian. Somebody tweeted me and said, he's saving lives. Really?
No.
How? How's he saving lives? He's saving lives because he did that. No, he's not. Like, people just want to give people credit for everything. Like, sometimes people are just doing them.
That's a fact too.
That's all it is.
They're just like people that try to give like.
Or people are confused.
Or they're just like people giving like Lady Gaga and Nicki Minaj credit for being weird. Like, I remember, I think Lady Gaga came into a war show as an Easter egg or something like that. And I was like, Slim, that's not okay. That's weird.
Like with Jaden Smith when he wore a Batman costume to Kanye's wedding. That was weird.
like
a white Batman. Batman didn't even have a white costume. He had a white Batman costume on at a wedding, and people was like, "Oh, that's so cool." No, it's not.
Not to a wedding.
Not at all.
Not to a wedding.
What do you mean not? If it's not Halloween, don't wear it.
Exactly.
Like, it's
not
just
to a wedding.
It's just weird, man. Like, I just don't understand. Like, some of these.
Look at this. And people was like, "Oh man, that's so cool." I'm like, come on, bro.
I can't get with it, man. But I'm not a fan of a dude wearing a skirt. Like, I mean, I can't.
I don't have a problem with the skirts.
Hey, look.
Now, if he was having like,
so you're saying that he's redefining masculinity wearing a skirt?
I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm saying you can wear a skirt if you want.
My thing is,
It's weird.
I know when it comes to dressing, I'm one that does things first. I don't have to see somebody wearing something for me to wear it. If I like something, I'll wear it before anybody else does. No problem. So I don't really care. Like, if that's his swag, that's his swag. It's cool. I'm not going to sit here and say he's redefining masculinity. No, he's doing what he likes to do.
I just hate this new age, like, everything is accepted. That should be accepted. Like, whatever makes you feel happy should be okay. No, you could be happy murdering people. Guess what? It ain't okay. Like, all because something supposedly makes you happy doesn't necessarily mean it's all right.
I'm just not worried about what another man is doing. That's how I look at it.
You say you're not worried about what another man doing?
Yeah, I like women.
Doing the chatty patties. Remember?
Yeah, I like women. I'm not about to be concerned about what another man.
See,
is doing.
like I said, the only problem I have, like I said before, I just don't like people trying to change stuff that really is just already set in stone. Masculinity is masculinity. Stop trying to change it and make it seem like you can still wear a skirt and still be considered a dope human being man. Like, I just don't see that as how old is Jaden Smith? Like 15 or something like that?
I think he's about to turn like 18.
I don't know. I don't know how old he is. I just know he's just weirder than the normal human being, which is just, I mean, hey. I guess there's not much you can do about it, but how do you feel about it, Cody? Because Cody's from West Virginia, everyone. And, you know, you can crack a lot of jokes about that in itself, but I'm not going to. So how do you feel necessarily about another man wearing a skirt?
I mean, where I come from, it's either shorts or jeans. I mean, skirts not in the lineup for masculinity, so I really don't know what to say about it. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
He's like, I'm not. So you would not be called dead wearing a skirt? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
My thing is, people have done it before. Like, if you look at old 80s videos, or if you look at, even if you watch Chappelle's show, when Charlie Murphy was talking about what dudes were wearing back then.
Oh, he was
now.
He was over there.
Different. Like, I do feel like
clothes
this
and
day
play
and
basketball.
age is different. Like, now, you gotta understand, most people in our generation came up in the era of big clothes. So like
tall tees.
Yeah, now that's when everything was probably as masculine as it can be.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's more about designer stuff.
Yeah.
Which you gotta credit Kanye West for when he came in with the skinny pants and everything. That's when everybody was like, okay, I think I need to start wearing my pants a little tighter. Which I felt for my community, I am black. I felt like that really helped out our community. I felt like we looked as unprofessional as we possibly could from about 1997 to 2005, and I feel like when he came in with the polos and the backpacks and the skinnier pants, that made us look more professional as a people. So I'll give them credit for that. I just feel like nowadays is a little different. You watch the I Choose You video, Andre 3000 has a kilt on. I've seen.
You keep changing.
That's what they do.
Kilts are not skirts, bruh. There's a difference, and that's a heritage to it, man.
Now I'll wear a kilt if I was a Scottish.
I ain't wearing no kilt neither.
I'd wear a kilt.
I'm not wearing a kilt neither because I ain't Irish. But I ain't wearing no daggone skirt, man.
I don't know, man. I just think it's a little different now. But what I don't like is how people try to give people so much credit for that. You know what I mean?
You know what I hate, though? I hate, like, people that are technically celebrities but for reasons we don't know. Like, for instance, you know, why is... you understand why Jaden Smith is famous and everything like that. Or, you know, famous. But reality, what does he really do?
He's an actor.
When the last time you seen him in a movie?
Karate Kid.
He just was in the movie with his
Karate
dad.
Kid was 6 years ago. He was a kid.
He was just in the movie with his dad, not Karate Kid.
You talking about Last Earth?
Yeah.
That was like 5 years. That was like 4 years ago,
Pursuit
bro.
of Happiness.
He was in like 4 movies.
Hold on. Does that even consider acting? Pursuit of Happiness?
I don't know.
Let's not be picky, bro. He's an actor. Come on, man. Don't try to discredit the man.
They gave him some lines.
He's been in 4 feature films. Like, come on now.
4 feature films.
Now he's not
when
an
he
actor.
was okay. Put it like this: regardless if you want to call a child actor or whatever, because I'm saying he hasn't done anything more so relevant. So why is he still in the news? That's what I'm saying. Because you're not gonna hear about who's a child actor that you don't really hear much about. Shia LaBeouf right now. Like, you know, and he's
still an actor.
He's still an actor, but I'm saying
he's one of the best
Jaden Smith is still in the news. That's what I'm saying. You're not hearing Shia LaBeouf in the news right now. Whereas in Jaden Smith, he's not in the news for anything that he's doing outside of what he's wearing, being a real weirdo.
That is true.
You have
that
a
is
problem
true.
with that?
Huh? I mean, I just think it's weird.
Some people are known for other
one of
things. He's an outspoken dude.
Outspoken. He ain't no outspoken dude. On his Twitter, he'll literally say "the" and he'll get 1,000 retweets.
No, I'm saying he speaks on. I've seen him speak on a lot of things, like, which I don't get. I think it's kind of corny, but he speaks on like what we need to do as a people. I've seen him do that multiple times. Like, so that's how it is. You look at one of our favorite guys, Kanye does it all the time. He'll put out music. But he also does clothes. He also
which, by the way,
black culture.
Them new Yeezy shoes are dope. I like them.
Yeah, I like them. They're fire.
Them joints is nice. Which one's your favorite?
Probably the gray ones.
The gray ones?
Yeah.
I had a hard time choosing.
Cool,
I think I like the black ones. But it's close. Them joints is nice. Those way better than the Yeezy boots. I really wasn't a big fan of those.
Yeah.
And I ain't like the homeless line that he had. That joint wasn't I didn't really care for it either.
Yeah, but he's famous for things other than rap as well. But you have other people who make music and that's it. I don't think it's a problem with him being in the news for other things. I feel like that's just him expanding his brand.
I put it like that. His brand is weird. That's probably why I don't really care
it's
for
just
it.
that you don't like his brand.
His
That's
brand
what
is
it is
weird. No, but I won't put him in the categories of the people that don't really need to be supposedly in the fame or limelight, like a Black China and stuff. People like those who absolutely do nothing and somehow are famous. Those are the ones I like that annoy me so much because they get attention for like it's like why are you even writing an article about them? Like why? I don't understand. What do they do?
Nothing.
Like people like to hate on Kim Kardashian and say stuff like, you know,
she has her own business.
I was getting ready to say that. People like to hate on Kim Kardashian talking about she's famous for no apparent reason. I'm like, y'all might hate her, but honestly, y'all can kind of hate, but she's kind of an entrepreneur. She does have her own business.
And she put her own. People want to talk about people looking out for those people around them. She put her whole family on. How many people can say they did that?
And people want to really sit here and say, oh, she's only famous because of that tape. But in reality, like, she was making money before the tape.
Yeah.
Way before the tape.
So, I mean, while that is true that she kind of did blow up from that, I'm not going to sit here and...
She was already famous before that, too.
Yeah.
But we all know that launched everything. Like, she got a lot bigger after that. I didn't know who Kim Kardashian was till after it.
I knew who she was.
I didn't. But, so, you know...
If you watch E...
I watched
yeah,
I don't watch that mess. So I will say it did blow her up a little bit, but she's still. That's not what made her have money. Let's be honest. Like if anybody you want to really call the gold digger, then you might want to look at the mother, not necessarily Kim, because the mother married the rich lawyer.
Yeah.
Just saying. But like I said, it's just those other those reality stars and stuff like that. Like I'm like, bruh. You're just being ratchet on air. Like, are you really and once you're done with your 5 seconds of fame, I'm really gonna hear from you again. Like New York, I can't stand her with a passion. Why is she still relevant?
She's entertaining though.
I don't find her entertaining though.
No, but
she tries to be proper and she's from New York.
She
tries to be proper and she's from New York. Have you talked to a person from New York that's really ratchet?
Yeah. They
not proper, bruh. Like that doesn't make they're not proper. If you meet a person from New York that's really ratchet, they're not proper, but she tries to be a proper ratchet. Like it's like clearly you're putting on just because of the cameras. It's not even real, son.
Is that even possible?
She was probably from some uppity neighborhood and try to act like she go hard. Like I can't stand people that do that. They're just like people from where I'm from in Bowie. I live in Bowie, Maryland, which is a really nice city. And you know, a lot of people have nice houses there and stuff like that, but they try to act to pretend that they some gangbangers and stuff like that. And I'm like, bruh, do you not understand that you live in a mansion right now? Like, you're fine. Calm down. Why are you trying?
This is something I always wanted to say. I used to say the same thing you saying, cause you know what I'm saying. I'm kind of not from Bowie at all. But yeah, I actually started to realize that it's not really just about the house you stay in. It's what I'm starting to realize is it's really about your relationship with your parents. Because it's a lot of people who, they live in mansions, but their dad wants them to be part of the family business, and they don't want to be a part of it, so they get kind of exiled by their parents. Their parents don't really talk to them that much, so then that leads them to different lives. Like, one thing I'm learning to do is start to respect everyone else's struggle, because some of those people who live in those mansions, who live in those houses, they come with an extra expectation burden.
Yeah.
They come with extra, those struggles are even worse to me, because I feel like when you come from nothing, you're not expected to be nothing. So if you do something, you know what I'm saying, you get a crazy reward. Some of those people, they're expected to do it, and if they don't, I respect a lot of people's struggle now.
I understand that.
Looking at
I understand that wholeheartedly, but at the same time, a lot of those dudes really don't know the struggle, and they try to pretend like they do.
I wouldn't say they don't know the struggle. I'll just say it's a different struggle.
It is a different struggle, but they don't know that
cool
struggle.
With their parents and everything, that's different. But sometimes people, it's about the relationship with your parents.
I honestly think it's more than that, though. I honestly think it's also the people that glorify what they see on TV, and they want to become that and want to pretend that they live. It's like Malibu Most Wanted. Like, in my opinion, I know people that honestly have some decent set of parents and that actually worked hard and worked for what they got, and then they have they see that, but it's like that's not for me, and then they see what they see on TV with the girls, the money, and all this stuff, and they're like, I want that. all right, what do I have to do? What's hot? What can I do to become that? And they try to emulate that. Or it can even go away from just TV. Go to high school. Who was the one that got most of the girls? The dudes that act like the dudes that was on TV. Those was the guys that had the most confidence. Those are the ones that had the baddest girls in the school. That's the one the baddest girls in the school wanted. So they try to emulate that too, and they try to become that and try to be who they're around. Now, sorry, we're gonna I have to wrap that up, but we'll be back to wrap up the show, everyone. This is Right By My Side by Derek Minor.
This is 90.9 FM The Light.
The world is dark, and we're just trying to help out.
It's music for our generation.
Welcome back, everyone. Yep, this is the living legend Broadway K here with my main man.
Showtime Sanders, everyone.
And sorry, guys, but it is 2:00, so you know what that means.
We out of here 5,000. Hey, Cody, you had a good time, man?
Yeah, I had fun today. Thanks for
Great
letting me come
having
on.
Cody on the show.
Yeah.
If you want his number, call in at 1-866.
Well, we're leaving, so there's no point of doing that.
0909 1-866
Okay.
890-0909. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Follow us on the Jay and Kay show. That's Jay and Kay. And follow me on Instagram at Broadway K.
Follow me on Instagram, Facebook,
Follow
Snapchat,
me on Twitter
everything.
at Lord of the Squad.
Can I finish?
I thought you were kind of
at Showtime Sanders. Follow me at all social medias if you want to be ratchet. Now, everybody, y'all, thank you for listening. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you guys on Friday. And we're definitely gonna talk about the Super Bowl because my team's in it, and we're gonna rock the house.
And give us suggestions on what kind of food we should have for the Super Bowl.
Bad, yes, definitely do that. So hit us up on Facebook and Twitter and let us know some food suggestions. All right. So like I said, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Jay and Kay Show, JayandKay. Y'all have a blessed day. Deuces.